Any audio, wait 30 seconds. The lag. All I've done there is unplug the microphone. Hopefully I should get some audio now. I can hear through my phone. No, I've lost connect. Now I've lost video. Now I've lost video too. Or it looks like it. I don't know what it's doing now. What's going on, man? Never easy. No bat. Yeah, there is a bat. He's here. No, wait, that's way behind. Way more than 30 seconds behind. It's just pain to test. It's a pain to set up. It's a pain when stuff goes wrong. It's just a constant source of pain. I don't know why I bother with it. No, I don't know if I'm getting audio. Don't think I am. Should be coming through. That is a massive lag. It's a huge lag. No audio at all. You see, I firmly believe these GoPro Hero mods for the GoPro Hero 8 are a bag of shit. They don't seem to take a deep enough. They don't seem to be. They don't seem to fit the 3.5mm jack well at all. I'm going to try. What I've been using is this thing here. Oh, see, I've got audio now. God, that we're way over a minute behind. Way over a minute. Anyway, I'm not worrying about my lag for now. I've been using that when I've been on the bike, and it's fine until I start moving on the bike. As soon as I start moving on the bike, you get all this horrible crackiness. This is shit. And I don't know why. And it's pretty difficult to fucking assess it and fix it, given that I can only reproduce it when I'm on the move. This whole thing's out to get you. It's out to get you. Now, if I plug this back in again, I'm going to put that down there now. Right, I'm going to lose audio then. When I've got... Oh, I can't put that way. Way more than 30 seconds behind. Laggy shit today, I don't know why laggy shit. It's a pain to set up, it's a pain when stuff goes wrong. It's just a constant source of pain, I don't know why I bother with it. Now that is now a helmet mounted microphone. The microphone you were listening to a second ago was just through the camera mod itself. Just testing at the moment, mate. Just testing, having some fun and games. The microphone I've got my audio and video problems at the moment. I'm trying lots of different things. This rig was overheating. I don't seem to take it deep enough. This rig, it was overheating, which was good, and then it was dropping modems. Then the firmware fucked up. They sent out a shitty firmware, and it broke communications with these little modems, so they reverted that back. Then the audio cable snapped. Bought a new one, that didn't work. Managed to get another audio cable connected to the GoPro Hero mod with a angled cable thing, an old one, but then it went crackly as soon as I started moving. And then so on top of that, then the video started going really crappy yesterday, even with four modems. I believe it was partially because I was out in the sticks, but there was something very weird about it. Now the other thing that I changed was aerials, because now it's chest mounted here. I don't want to be carrying the big aerials, but I have a plan for that. What I'm going to do is take that one, and I'm Wi-Fiing to that one. And these little aerials that I put on yesterday was so that I could mount it to my chest. So that I've not got loads of wires dangling off me and I can get on off the bike. However, maybe they were shit, maybe they're shit and not anywhere near as good as big ones. And they also broke as well. And also they don't even attach properly. You have to tape them on. So my next plan is I'm going to have this on the bike, use the big ones to that, and then Wi-Fi from the rig to this. 4 modems. Yeah, I know. You only use one. You only use one. You lucky bugger. I don't know how you get away with it, man. I've got 4 and I've still got shit audio and video. And right now I'm walking around with a crash helmet on with no motorcycle and no in sight of a motorcycle. I look like a nutcase. It's the only way I can test this microphone setup while still having my hands free. Well, I suppose I could unattach the GoPro, but anyway, I'm Batman, I'm allowed to look like a nutcase. So my plan is I'm going to take tomorrow and Friday off if I can at late notice. Tomorrow I'm going to experiment, get everything working as best I can, get good audio, video, hopefully. It's a dream of mine. I have a dream. If that dream comes true, I will be taking Friday and Saturday and potentially Sunday and doing a really nice long ride stream. Maybe being and not coming back. It depends. If Robin will come with me, I don't think he wants to go too far at the moment. We both have financial constraints at the moment. Mine is to do with selling my body parts and my kidneys and other bits just to pay for this streaming rig. But yeah, I really now just look at this weather, man. It's just painful to go out on the back bike. So I now have that microphone. I've got nowhere near with that microphone problem. I've dropped it to 25 hertz, 25 frames a second, and 720. Maybe that'll fix it. Maybe that combined with aerials will address the shitty problem I was having with outages yesterday. I wasn't out in the sticks yesterday, so it could have been that. The other issue is that maybe I'm doing too many changes at work. Looks good now. It looks good now, mate. What? Oh, 60 frames a second. Oh, that's because it's coming from my OBS setting at home. That's probably pumping it out at 60, even though it's only coming in at 20, 25. What's coming from here is what counts. And that, I think I dropped to 20, 25. I shouldn't really be changing too many settings at once, because then if it does work, you don't know what's the thing that succeeded it. But the problem is that it takes that long to test it, certainly because most of my problems only seem to happen when it actually starts shifting around on the bike or moving on the bike. Yesterday I stopped, it was fine. I was getting 1080p, 720, 50 frames a second. Audio was good, video was good. Jumped on the bike, boom, fucked again. It's a pain in the ass, man. I wish I lived in Australia. Right, okay, that was one other thing I was going to try with the audio. It's probably going to lose audio now. I've got another little bar. Where is it? I'm going to try this little adapter. Maybe that fixes it. Instead of dropping frames, I am trying 720. I am on 720. I dropped to 720 using 25 frames a second. Yesterday was 720 at 50 frames a second. In terms of what's coming from here, doesn't really matter what I send, so long as it's above or the same on the OBS side on my home PC. It doesn't really matter what I send out from there. So what I send from here, and what I'm currently sending out from here is 720. I've dropped it to 25 because of the problems I had yesterday. Yeah, so I should be able to do 60 frames a second, certainly before modems. It's weird. I don't know why. I was certainly doing better before. I had a good couple of weeks where I was getting pretty decent video on audio. Then the audio cable snapped just in time for the massive 1,000 biker Ukraine event. Then I fixed that one, and then the Hero Pro mod broke an hour into the stream. Before it even got there, so none of that went live. None of that got live. It's a pain in the ass, man. I don't know how you've managed to get such a smooth running at it, or maybe you haven't. Maybe you haven't had a smooth run in it, but you just don't bitch as much as me because it's all working for you nicely now. No. Anyway, yeah, I'm going to try this microphone. I might lose it a second. The audio might go off and might not come on until I plug the other thing on. If this works... Well, I've ordered 3 new microphones now. 3, because I go through that one. That'll be on microphone 8. Once those haven't worked, that'll be microphone 8 that I've gone through. I'm hoping they will work. With the attachment or not. This microphone I knew was slightly problematic. The other microphone that was new that didn't work, I ended up throwing away in disgust, so I can't even send that back. That's on a roadside somewhere. 3 microphones, I'm going to test that. If that doesn't work, the other thing I want to try is actually using the Senna. If I can somehow figure out how to get the Senna through Discord back home to Discord RTMP, send it over a different audio channel. From the Senna, because the Senna's microphone is fantastic. Never had a problem with it. Always been reliable as my Senna. Right, a great machine. taking a long time to get your stuff running good. Oh, okay, right, cool. Well, I say that, but it's good to know that I'm not the only one struggling with it. Motorcycle stream is hard, man. I mean, it's hard enough doing it from a car when you've got room and things don't move about as much, but now you've got you've got a limited amount of space, you've got a limited amount of means of powering stuff, and you're moving at generally higher speeds. Not that I ever go faster than the speed limit officer. Right, I'm going to try that instead of waffling on. Just 2 seconds. Okay, so now you'll get a few seconds of it coming from the Hero Pro mod itself, which is shite because I tried that and the wind introduction is, the wind noise is absolutely terrible as soon as I hit speed. Now I'm plugging in the little angle adapter. Not that one works until I move. Because, oh, look at this weather, man. I've got... Still no audio. It'll come back in a second because I've unplugged it, so it'll be coming from the Hero Pro mod with the sound issues. The only way I can get it to the helmet at the moment until the other things arrive is via this angled bracket. Where's it gone? I've lost that now. That's the only thing that works, and it only works if I don't move. Kind of sort of defeats the object of motorcycle streaming. Yeah, it's horrendous, mate. It's horrendous, isn't it? You've been there before me. I watched you and I thought, how is he doing it, man? He's a god to me. He is a god. You make it look so easy. I tell you what, I didn't get your idea as well of having the phone. Well, I was on the Daytona, when I was on the sports bike. I've got things I can attach stuff to the back bike, but when I was on Daytona, I put it on there. But I never feel it's quite safe on there. I always felt like once I caught it and one of the arms come off it, you know, like a little rubber thing that attaches it. So I'm a bit dubious about doing that. I'm glad to have the back bike back for streaming. There's a lot more I can do on that. It's not as fun. It's not as, well, if I'm on some fast roads, I can't chuck it around like this. I can't chuck the back bike around. Although it doesn't do bad for its weight class, I suppose. Something in the middle of the road here. Going that way. Yeah, I only use the arm strap on the spare bike. My main bike is a quad lock. Ah, yeah, the good those quad locks. I've got something else cheaper. Oh no, it's doing that RTMP shit now. Does it ever do this for you? Oh man, that is RTMP. That is a shitty protocol RTMP that does that. It should auto-adjust. Does it come back? That when it goes go, but it goes like that, all stuttery and fucked up. So I'm getting bored. Look, I'm walking out with a crash on me. This is not good. It goes all stuttery and messed up. What the bit? No, the stuttery, where the audio goes stuttery. So it just starts talking like like that. It gets all messed up. I'm told it's to do with the RTMP protocol, which is why I've got the auto. I was doing it again. Oh no, that was me listening to it back. I'm told it's the RTMP protocol because obviously the big guys can't be bothered investing in changing to SRT. What's the signal on the modem like? Well, according to this, I am getting 5,000 kilobits per second. Okay, I don't think you see that. No, the stuttery, where the audio goes stuttery. So it just starts talking like. But what's weird is sometimes I get that audio issue. I see what you're saying. I'm thinking, yeah, is it bandwidth related? But it might be initiated by bandwidth related, but the video recovers. The audio doesn't. It don't like I'll be getting good video, but getting shit audio with the stuttery problem. I mean, then eventually it realises a bad bit rate, and my automatic scene switcher goes, oh, okay, I've not got enough data to do it. It switches to the be right back scene, and then when it detects that it's got enough data coming through again, it switches back to live, and that fixes the problem. But it's really using a sledgehammer to crack a nut, which is basically the RTMP protocol's a bag of shite. Why even the live view don't support bloody SRT, man? You know, they're industry standard. Anyway, it might be the audio bitrate on your encoder. Well, I haven't played with that because that's all set up on the live view, but then does it periodically. A couple of people I spoke to, you use SRT, don't you? I can't remember what, I've spoken to that many people who use different setups. I know you use one cellular, don't you? You want to use one modem, but you are SRT to back home. You don't go straight to Twitch, do you? You're SRT back home and then private server to RTMP to Twitch. I believe that was yours. So if you're doing SRT, you probably won't suffer the same issues, but this setup here should work because it's the live view. I've not adjusted the defaults that the live view is pumping out. Now, having said that, it seems to me as well with these things, it's hit and miss as to whether the firmware will work. And speaking to people and personal experience, I'm not going to just blanket accept new firmware upgrades. If I've got something that works, I'm sticking with it because they just break. And to be fair, the support from that company is good. It's within the hour. I can't fault them on that. But they should. Can it be that difficult to get right? To have a firmware that works for all, that doesn't just arbitrarily drop modems. So yours is RTMP. Video and share and audio shared a bit said upload bandwidth. Oh yeah, I appreciate that they share the upload bandwidth, right? But you would think if anything was going to go, it would be the video first because that consumes so much more bandwidth than audio. Audio compresses pretty well compared to video anyway, even with progressive decoders. RTMP to home computer and then upload to Twitch. Okay, cool. Right. Yeah, if I were you, well, you're not having a problem anyway. There's me making suggestions to you and you've got shit that works and I haven't. But SRT is a much better protocol if you've got a hardware encoder that supports it. It'll reduce your bandwidth massively. And for me that's cost with 4 cells that I'm currently hooked up to. Alright, anyway, so what have I proved today? Live view and IRL streaming. Well, IRL streaming is a bag of shit. It's a bag of spanners. People who do it would probably, if we didn't have IRL streaming to fall back on, we'd probably sit in Iron Maidens that we devise of our own making and pull it shut on ourselves because we obviously clearly like torture. And I've proved that you're not getting audio to anything but that other cable. So I'm going to need for the microphone to appear before I do a big run. I still don't know whether maybe the solution works, and that's what I will test hopefully tonight. Alright, cool. Well, thanks for chatting, Pop. Let's get back to work. I'll see you soon.
I'm just going to caution you, so you do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence. Do not mention when.